Hello all, and welcome back to Mooseytown. This is your host speaking, Macgyver. In today's episode, we're continuing our Forever Stranded Let's Play series, Modded Minecraft. In today's episode, episode 46, we're continuing our AE quest lines, part 2. Hope you all enjoy. Sorry about the delay, and God bless. Now let's get to it. So, this, that. Okay. Now we have 1K one. Need more quartz glass, please. Okay, cool. We built the quest. And claim that. Nice. So I'm just gonna look at this thing. Well, your AE2 system needs to start somewhere. ME chest and H thing. So, put this in here. So 0 out of 1024 by its used, 0 out of 23 types. Huh. Definitely have to look into that, but we got a love blood crystal. Got another heart thing nicely here. Put the... Where was I storing these stupid things? We got complete hearts there. I think that's where I was storing it. And I can go in there. I'll open this in a second. I just have to put away a lot of this extra crap I have in my inventory. So, guess I'm making some gold bricks. Inventory. It's the one thing, like, being able to just auto dump everything is going to be real convenient. Just saying. And those can go there. Huh. Alright. Now that we have some space, I'm gonna actually do this. Da 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 da. Hammer. And get another hammer. Okay. Why is this considered good? This is like... Does this like really work on stuff or what? Do you guys know what this hammer does? Well, it doesn't make dust. It's not even hard to make. I have like 2 of these now, and I have no idea what they do. Where do you come from? Woot. So, woot. Oh, that's like super cheap. Let's... Bet I could use a zombie head. Yep. Woot! The anime mod spawner / grinder system. Next. Welcome to the user manual of your new mob factory. The safe, easy, and clean way to murder your favorite mobs for those goodies. Never again will you have to mess around with spawning, killing, and cleaning up behind all those mobs. You can also expand your mob factory with handy upgrades. Sit back and relax as you pressure this handy manual to learn how to build, progress, and safely operate your new factory. You'll need 2 basic items types to start building the components of your factory: a yellow hammer and some diets. Use your hammer and some obsidian to hit it against a die and some minerals to craft. You get a hammer, die, and obsidian back after each craft. Okay. Create one of each of the 7 dies, and they will serve you the lifetime of your factory. The factory comes to different tiers, some crafting yourself. A layout block can place in 1 block above the ground. It will then show you which block go where in the multi-block system. All factories require a number of corresponding structural blocks and capstones for that tier. Right-click the layout block to whistle through the different tiers. Okay. Once you've placed all the blocks, put the mob factory in the mob capture in place. Right click the mob factory with a captured mob and the mob prism, and the factory will form. When you break the mob controller, the mob will still be programmed, so you can swap mobs controllers and change between mobs you want to spawn. If your factory does not form when you can right click the mob factory block for information as you what you did wrong, the factory will not form if you try to use a higher tier mob or lower tier factory. The factory needs a clean space between these coordinates in a 5x5 area center in the factory. Okay. It is not so much capturing mobs, more poking them a bit, then running away before they get angry. So you need to craft a mob prism to quickly approach mobs of your choice and gently probe the mob with the prism. You now have a programmed mob prism. The prism tooltip will tell you the minimized tier of the factory that is required for the spawner of the mob. This will now be a good time to run away from the mob, depending on how it reacts to getting poked. If you have just poked a wither boss, I would run away very, very fast. Oh, cool, you can make withers. That's cool. Which is actually, this is going to be really good for grinding out stars. Once you have your former factory, you just need two things. The easy one of those is somewhere to put the generated loot. The default, the inventory must be placed in front of the mob factory. If you find that messy, then have the loot in the factory proximity box. The difficult bit is power. Depending on the mob, factory tier, and the upgrade installed, you will need different amounts of power. Power is applied to the bottom of the mob factory block. Then you can loot like the factory proximity as an alternative. The power required to spawner depends on flowing. The cost to run the factory and tier, how expensive the mob is, how many mobs are being spawned, how quickly the mobs spawning, how many upgrades are installed. The factory is the most basic factory. It only supports spawning a certain mob and can only access 1-tier upgrades. It will need zombie flesh and bones to build the factory. It costs 80 RF ticks to run this factory. That's your kind of mess. The factory requires 18 gray structure blocks, 14 red structure blocks, and 2 tier 1 capstones. Okay. Oh man. Well, it's not tier. You can just fast skip that. I will actually go into this, but not now. That does seem really good, and we'll come back to that, guys. I'm just kind of curious. It said stuff. Under iron. Interesting. This Yamo hammer just got a lot nicer. I don't need 2 of them, but it's kind of cool if they are. Flint shuriken. Empty crude. But yeah. What was I doing? ME system. ME quest is what I was doing. Oh wow. Hello. Finish quartz crystals. Okay. That is this and this. Detect. Okay. Craft some quartz. I'm guessing it won't just let me take the ones from my inventory. Fine. I'll craft the quartz. R. Clay. Thank you for the free quartz and the free loot chest. Dun da da da. Actually. Where did that glass go? This all goes here. Starting to empty my inventory out, which is nice. Need that. Well, I'll need this. Don't need this. Yeah. Put these in here. Oh, that's where my slime balls are. I was wondering where those went. This can go here. This can go here. And now we open up another chest box. Ah, boo. Yeah, that was awful. Alright, but it was like a very cheap and free chest box. So, even though it was unfortunate. Oh, hello. I guess I'll go downstairs and break my void collector real quick. I'm actually kind of cool that it tells you to go into that, because this is a very awesome system. So I pulled out all the quartz, and I already have more right here. Like, and that was just for me talking for 25 minutes. So, oopsies. Come here. Detect. Really? I have to build another one. Oh, no, there it goes. Right there. You're still working, right? I don't have the item on me, unfortunately. To make those, I'll go into that a little bit, because I did pull up the quest for the Void Miner, which is an awesome setup. I would definitely, this thing's very cheap to make. Make it whenever you can. It's like, it's worth it. Because Void or Mining Control Tier 1, definitely worth it. I'll claim the loot box. But to start the process, you're gonna need this tool right here, an embizzer. This thingy-bobber will tell you everything you need to know on how to make... One second, please. Make this. So if I right-click this, it says multi-block assembly complete. To make this, you're going to need X number of different blocks. And it will tell you when you make this, the Void Miner, it will tell you exactly what you need to build it. The different lenses, because there's 2 lenses in there, give you different items. So if I take out that white lens, which is actually the worst lens, funny enough. Let's do this. So if I do this, it just replaced it with the gray lens. So I'll put this lens in here, and I'll swap those out, but this gray lens was free. I actually don't know what the gray lens gives me. So this one, if I look at it, this gives me 10 nickel. It really gives you tin or nickel, so I'm not gonna keep that one. I need crystals, so the blue one's staying in there. But yeah, you can change out the different lenses by dyeing them different colors and whatnot to get different things. Oh, cool! I got somewhat good. Some of these slime balls are quite hard to get, so I would say it's not bad. Okay. I need to get to my generators to replace or charge up my thermometer regulator, which is very, very helpful, keeping you from dying and whatnot. That's another quest that I did go over with Red Hood. For those of you who are not used to this game, basic survival, it's right here. For some reason, this one won't let me auto-collect it, which is not terrible. I'd probably just go for the loot chest, honestly. But this doesn't actually collect for some reason. Even though I made brand new ones, the game's still like glitched out. It's not giving me them, which is unfortunate. I wouldn't mind those loot chests because, as you've all seen, I was able to get Dragon's Breath from loot chest, which was a major help. But back to this. I was in this one. Not creating it. Overpowered. New. Moving worlds. What is this? This is new. Time to leave the planet and find a new place to call home for now. Oh, that's cool. Halo projector. I definitely did not get sidetracked. Nope. Halo projector. Okay. This isn't even hard to make. I'm assuming there's a lot more to this, so I'd actually rather get some orders of stuff first. So, and the goal of the series is to complete this stuff, so boron ore. I probably have already 10 boron ore, so I'll get another free quest. Yep, definitely need to get those elevators. Jumping up and down this is definitely driving me insane. Boron, 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 boron. There you go. Insect. Flame. Throw that back in there. And da 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 da. Womp 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 womp. Actually, that's just a terrible thing though. I'd rather just keep the stone. Well, that was anticlimactic. Charged quartz crystals. That's another free 2 loot boxes right there. Funny thing is, I didn't actually even know this was in the quest line for those, so I'm kind of glad I built that between episodes, just so that I speed up this process right here. To get charged, you can make a charge or charger or void miner. Oh, there it goes. It was just delayed. Choose reward. A or B. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch the tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So we're going with this one. And let's see how I did. Oh, this is really nice. What's this? Sea lantern. Okay, that's not bad. And stone? Not bad. Oak. Ooh. Essentially, this is all like free stuff that I could have easily made, but I don't have to anymore. So that's pretty nice. So I'll just throw it all in here. The shears were kind of like not bad, because not that I'm like low on iron or anything, but it's for shears. And then juice me up. Charge them up. Charger. So it's basically I can turn these quartz into charged quartz a lot easier. So I am gonna need one of these, which is why I didn't make the charger actually. I was definitely going to make it between episodes to make it so this episode be easier, but I don't have to anymore. I need 2 of them. I don't know why they ever say to make these. Like the pure flux crystals aren't like. Yes, well, I don't know why I just didn't do this. You can double this, so half this stack makes this stack, for reference. But these are really cheap, so, take it how you will. Dun, da, 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 charger. And I'll throw this downstairs. I'm just gonna throw it right next to the other one I have. So there we go. So now that's all set in place. I'll have to move that later, but right now that's not terrible. It's kind of nice though, like, now that I have some stuff in place, I'm able to just zoom through some of these quests, which is actually really nice. Dun da da da. A compressed spider eyes, which is actually really nice, because you need those later on for a lot of stuff. Oh, that's like way less than I thought it was. I was hoping this would be like a lot of spider eyes, and it was like not. That's like it was like majorly anticlimactic now. I'm quite disappointed. Void alloy. I need this for something. What do I need this for? What do I need this for? So I can make this. Oh, this thing. This is what I need it for. Was it one of these crystals? That's what I need it for. But I need 2 more, so this really doesn't let me do anything. Zinc dust. I'll actually take that out. Silicone ingot. So, this will go here next to that. Let's put these in here, honestly. Now. Perfect. Another. That there. Alright. Now I got rid of a lot of stuff. We can go into this auto farm. Yes, I'm going to do this for wheat, because wheat is used for a multitude of things, and it's going to be really helpful. Sick of clicking all those crops. Well, now there's an auto farmer. Make those long days out of the fields so easy just by one simple block. Okay? Farming station. So let's see how to make a farming station. Farming station. How do I make you? Please be... How to make this? Well, that's not happening today. As you can see, 0 endurance. And we'll come back to that. Which is actually why I needed that, funny enough, that's actually why I needed I needed one more ender eye to do the quest to make the... I actually made an enderman spawner between episodes, which I'll show that off. But it's a broken spawner. So for the spawner here, I made an enderman spawner right here. But it says, you see how it says broken spawner? To fix this, you actually need to make a... So if I type in spawner, spawn, you need to make... So if I hold broken spawner... Alright, how do I fix this? It does tell you if I look at it. Wrong test. Combine with powered spawner. So, powdered spawner. This powdered spawner? So, powdered spawn. This stuff right here. Not painted, empty, these are fine. But these cost these 40 crystals, which I need to kill Enderman for, so yeah. That's how I was going to fix this spawner right here. But we did get this just now. The Yamo hammer. And it did, you know, it may or may not have told us of a different system we can actually use to get our handy dandy Enderman. So, let's just give it a quick look. I need these to go here. This is all nuclear reactor stuff right here. Rather than go there. String generator. Interesting. I'll take the auto turret out and the sieve. And I'll put this stuff in there for now. Just because I want to know where to find it. Alright, that's all reactor. This is all auto sieve. That can go on the 2 actually. So can the turret, because I don't plan on using that. It was just for the quest. I'm just curious, what is this thing? So it generates RF, burning rate 100%. Do I just put that in there? So if I do this, why are you called a string generator? Why doesn't this... Alright, fine. I don't feel like looking at that right now, so it goes in there. Or not. Huh. These can go in there. It's not where I want to keep them, but I need somewhere to place them, so they can go in there for now. Put away the redstone. Glowstone goes downstairs. What am I doing? I was gonna look at this. So let's look at capturing mobs. I already read all this lovely information. This factory allows you to install up to 4 tier 2 upgrades, which is nice. It allows you to spawn all tier 1 factory mobs along with blazes. However, you may need blaze powder to create the orange structure block required to build the tier. It costs 160 ticks, which is not expensive. Factory requirements, this isn't bad. Factory 3, the factory allows you to install up to 4 tier 3 upgrades and allows you to spawn tier 1, tier 2 factory mobs along with endermen. However, you will need ender pearls to create the green structural blocks required to build this. Bah humbug. How many green? Green structural blocks, 52. Okay. Let's just see how expensive those are to make. Green structural blocks. Is this all? Okay, that's not. Green structural block. Maybe they took out the colors, or I'm dumb. Green cave crystal. Construction wall. It helped if I knew how to spell. Alright, previous. Good old pen and paper. Structure. Okay. Then we go here. ST. Green. Instruction form wall. Green. Can't even make that. Structure wall. Base. Well, let's place a structure wall. Hardened. Can I even do this mod pack? Is this mod pack working? This is a tier 3. So it gives me one. I'm gonna have to kill 53 Endermen, and I'm not even guaranteed to get. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we know what we must do. I must kill 2 Endermen to fix this fire. Have I? What's the stuff on this? Luck 3, sharpness, haste, diamond, prickly. Well, I did tell you while I was gonna make a cobalt sword, and I have a crap load of cobalt, so I might as well do that. Actually, let's not. This should be enough cobalt. I don't need to go overboard here. Don't need to have this. Put that in there. I need to make a sword. Let's just check that real quick while that stuff melts down. To make a nice sword, it will cost tool rod, sword binding, and wide guard. Good to know. And actually, look at this. Material-wise, I want tool ingredients. If I use cobalt, is that actually even the best thing? So cobalt, durability, mining speed, attack is 8. Netherrack. Oh, my netherrack. I don't really care about attack speed. What's his attack? Okay, attack 3. Attack 4. Ooh, attack 8. Because 8.7. If I'm gonna go out of this, I might as well just make ender. Well, I can't. That's ender pearls. Can't make that. What's this? How do I make this? Indrum iron. Indrum ingot. I-R-I-D. R-I-I-D. I-R-I-D. How do I make you? That's titanium. How do I make titanium? Do I have titanium? It wouldn't be in this chest. It would be in this chest. Tin, electrum, steel. How do I make you? Do I make that from the bars? Okay. Yeah, I want this. That's what I want. Well, I actually might have some of this stuff downstairs. Did this pay off and give me what I want? By chance. It did. Oh, hello, my next new sword. I guess let's make sure it's going. So it's 9. So that's 9.95. Oh, this is 11. Refined obsidian. Well, you're not the. Alright, take those out. You're not even the forerunner anymore. How do I make refined obsidian? Refined. I really should, like, before I go through the effort, refined obsidian. How do I make refined obsidian? That was not helpful. Okay. How do I make you? That's not helpful at all. I need obsidian. Smolted obsidian. I get that. Yeah, I understand that. Molted refined obsidian. How do I make you, though? This is quite annoying. If I look at the book, does it tell me? Because what I'm thinking is the head. I don't really care. I'll look at better durabilities than that later. How do I make this? Can be cast in molten reform sitting. So if I do this, I'll come back to this. Smelterly, will you tell me how to make refined obsidian? Arrow shafts, fletchings. Oh, here we go. Let's find refined obsidian. And not on this page. Maybe it is on this page, I'm just dumb. Treated wood. Refined glowstone. Refined obsidian. Does not taste as good as it sounds. Your tool lasts longer. Dark infused. Don't want your enemies instead. Yeah, how do I make this? Wow, that's a lot of durability, and it's just for... That's their base attack, is 11. What's my base attack on this thing? Refined obsidian. How do I make you? This is kind of annoying. Refiner. Is it like a refinery by chance? Transformer. Well, we'll look at that later, but this was not helpful at all. So I guess we're going back to that other stuff because I can't make Enderman. I don't know how to make the refined obsidian. Tara steel. Yeah, that looks interesting. Giant spirit. This is really alright. Giga. 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 Did I spell something? I swear I was G-A-I. G-A-I-G. G-A-I-G. Okay, guys. How do I make you? Is he just gonna say the meltdown stuff and not be helpful at all? Yeah, it looks about right. I really wish there's just an ingot of the stuff. Because that's helpful. Because an ingot tells me things. Well, I guess that's another thing I'm gonna look into. Is the Giga. Dark Seal. I do have that. And it's actually not terribly hard to make. L-U-D-I. L-U-D-I. Oh, cool. Finally, an ingot. I can make this. I take it back. Okay. You are. Okay, fine. Refine. Open. Let's remember I can do this. So if I do this. Yeah, not helpful at all. Well, let's see. That looks really nice. Oh wait, chaotic. Oh, this I bet that's with the end crystals and stars. Flux to glitch from. Tungsten. Tungsten steel. Advanced alloy. How many pages is there? Okay, cool. I'm going with Dark Steel because everything else is dumb. And I don't have the... I probably don't even have the infrastructure to make this stuff I'm thinking about. So... where did I put the Dark Steel? I know I have. This is what they're looking. Alright. Dark Steel. Dark Steel. How do I make you? It's not even hard to make, and it's straightforward. That's the best part. But I think I already have some Dark Steel ingots, like, forged. But, Soul Forged Steel Ingot. Well, let's do some slaying real quick. Oh wow, hello. Oh, I got a pearl! Thank you, game. Well, that was definitely better. Thank you for watching Forever Stranded Minecraft, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, both my Twitch channel and Discord have stream schedules and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community or Discord, you can find the link in the description of the video below. Thank you very much for watching. Special thanks to my Twitch subscribers and viewers like you for supporting the channel and made it all the way to the end credits. I hope to catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Thanks again, and God bless.